So here we are at the 50th anniversary of the ATHS National Convention. I'm standing with Wayne Ellis, Jr.
How you doing? How you doing?
Good, man. Good. I got to go back and set the stage for this. I remember meeting you, and I think we may have been Facebook friends for some time, but I remember meeting you over in Virginia. I was doing a project for Chrome and Elegance, the Chrome and Elegance calendar with Roger Schneider and Carl Karstens. And we were at this little hotel, and we had this cab over, and there was no truck show going on whatsoever, and we were just kind of getting ready for the day. And what do you remember from that?
I was riding down the road, and I come by, and I seen the cab over. I told him, buddy, let's turn the truck around. We was coming from work. I said, man, I knew him. Went back, they were in my county, my home county, Nelson County, doing a photo shoot. And I just run over there, and next thing I know, I took a selfie, and he was like, we're going to take pictures, and it was kind of cool right in the home county, so that was pretty interesting. It was cool photos also.
Yeah.
Put the county on the map.
Yeah, for sure. That calendar came out great. Roger does a great job. Same thing with Carl. Tell us what we're in front of.
This is my 98 W900L. I run this truck every day. 475 Caterpillar, 13-speed transmission. I'm 26. I'm from Gladstone, Virginia. So I've been around trucks all my life. And I got my own operating authority of August of 19. I run my international truck. You guys might have seen that one, white with burgundy stripes. And but no, this was an old wood truck.
Okay.
It pulled wood for years. I bought it, fixed it back up, cleaned it up, little odds and ends, visor, Shield on the top, stuff like that. But this truck runs 3,000 to 4,000 miles a week.
Yeah.
And it pays for all the toys,
Yeah.
So it's fun. I figured it needed a little showtime here.
Yeah.
So here enjoying the day with this one.
Now, do you still have the International?
I got the International. That was supposed to have been here, but I'm getting the engine rebuilt in that one.
Okay.
Didn't make it on time, back order parts, COVID, so hopefully that'll be a large car. But I do got something else in place of the International here this year.
All right. We'll swap over that in just a minute. So what do you do with this truck now?
Pulled ductile iron pipe and slate stone and paved stone from Pennsylvania. I go up New England, upstate New York, and I just come back to Virginia most of the time. I'm part of the Shenandoah Valley chapter, ATHS.
Okay.
So this is kind of my second home over here. This is where I done my first ATHS show, was over here, Bridgewater. I was a member since 2016 when I joined. So it's kind of been second home for me over here. So we're not too far away.
All right. So what is it like, for the people that don't know much about the ATHS or what goes on? Obviously, they can see the kind of trucks that show up here, but for you, what is it like for you?
Preservation of old trucks. It's a lot of guys that do this are, old enough to be my grandfather. So, when those guys are, gone and pass on the trucks, who's going to do it? It's got to be us young guys. So it's kind of cool to get involved in organizations, see all the trucks, learn everything, stuff you'll never see, things you'll never see. You talk and listen, hear the stories. That's what I like about it. So every time you come to a show, if you don't learn something, then you didn't talk to anybody. So that's what I like about the ATHS. I love it. It's cool.
That's a very good point. I've not heard anybody say it that way. If you didn't learn anything, you didn't talk to anybody.
Talk to anybody.
I was just being a fly on a wall, listening to some older guys talk yesterday, and they're talking about, actually it was Bob Davis talking about that Ford that he
Uncle
brought
Bob,
here.
that Ford.
Yeah. And so the things that you're saying about the Ford and things like that, I'm like, wow, obviously I'm not old enough to know anything about that particular era of trucks, but it was really cool hearing that.
And even if you think you might have an idea, they might correct you, but once you get corrected, you understand why you got corrected. And so it's cool. I love it.
Yeah. All right, so let's back up a step. Let's talk about, since you're junior, let's talk about senior. Tell us about Dad, because he might be watching this at some point in time. So let's talk about Dad, what he does, and how you, if he had any influence on you trucking wise.
So Dad started cutting timber when he was a young buck, a young kid, and so when I was born, he was running an International just like my white truck, and it started. I just rode with Dad, when the wheels with Dad, rode with him in the truck. Mama hold me in her lap, and it started from there. It's all his fault. But he's to the point now where he doesn't like to drive much anymore. And he never ran over the road or nothing like that. And I told him, I said, man, I want to go in business for myself. He looked at me, he's crazy. He's like, why? And I said, I don't know. And I asked him, I said, Dad, I need you to help me go in business. I said, just help me get insurance. He said, nope. gotta do it yourself. So, okay. So I went out there myself, and he was like, you know what? You doing all right, boy. So, you know, but he got me in the trucks. Between him, my uncles, and everybody else, man, that's how I learned a lot of this stuff. Just sitting around watching them, because I didn't go hang out with no kids from school. I didn't play no sports. I wanted to go in truck. So that's why I do what I do now. I just been around trucks all my life, and that's all I care about is a truck.
That's cool.
You know, so that's how they got started. So, Dad and Mom, it's y'all's fault, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Now, I got to throw you under the bus here for a second before we move over to the next truck here. But a couple of days ago when I got here, I happened to see, you know, the passenger side door of your truck, and most of the time, you know, guys will have, you know, names on their side, their CB handle on the driver's side. You know, if they got somebody riding with them, they'll have their name on the passenger side. What do you have on the passenger side of your door? What's up?
I got some question marks on there. That's changed.
Yeah?
That's changed here now. But beforehand, yeah, it was kind of a who might be in there type deal, you know. I got a bad relationship, but I wanted to play a little joke. And the joke worked, but now I got to take it off and put somebody else's name on there. So I got to take care of that when I get home. So,
All right.
yeah.
All right, so now we've swapped over to another truck here. Tell us about this truck that we're in front of.
This is a 1984 R688ST Mack. I found this truck on Facebook Marketplace. Sitting at the house board, scrolling, and I was like, I think there's a sleeper on it. So I thought it was a fake ad. Well, after some help and talking and calling my buddy Vince McAllister, he finally got me a phone number for the truck. And I went down there and looked at it, and it had come home. I wasn't gonna leave the truck there, but it's all original. It was a Ryder truck, brand new.
Okay.
And it's got a 300 in it with 13-speed Eaton transmission. It's on Camelback. That's good. But I just brought it home, put some fenders on it, new wheels, and just small stuff like that. But man, this thing I had to get something to kind of offset not having my white truck home. Yeah. And this kind of fit the bill. So, but I mean, it's got power window, AC. It's a cream puff. That's an '84 trailer I got. I pulled behind the white truck, but I think it fit the Mack a little good, so I brought that on with me.
So what are your plans with this truck?
I put for hire insurance on it. I pulled 2 loads with it. Just transferred them, you know, from yard to drop. But I was gonna run it a little bit, but I think I'm just gonna keep it antique. Probably hook a camper behind it one day, you know what I mean? But it's got the small bunk on it, so I could, you know, throw all my stuff in the back. So
right on. But
I've always wanted a Mack, and this with the bunk, a R model. You know, you see Superliners with bunks, but when do you ever see R models with bunks? So I had to bring it on home and bring it into collection.
Right on, yeah. Well, hopefully soon the LS collection will continue to grow, and it'll be something we come visit and take a look at. Or you have your own row here at one of these shows.
Well, like at this rate, probably so, because it's a real addiction. It's a good addiction, but it's a real addiction. So.
All right, man. Well, it's good talking to you, and
appreciate you, man.
We'll see you soon.